Leah. But boy is fine. Alright, what is going on, y'all? And welcome to my channel. If you are new and checking this out for the first time, I am your girl Ash, and welcome to Ashland, where we do pretty much everything that I want to do here in my land. But nah, for real, I do recaps. I'm a mom, motherhood stuff, beauty, lifestyle, fashion, whatever, all that good stuff that I like. That's what you're getting up here in this land. So if any of that could be of interest to you, or you just want to figure out, okay, you seem all over the place. Let me just see if I'm going to like that. That's cool too. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up because we are going to be doing a little recap here for Teen Mom Film Reunion. And hopefully I ain't even going to be holding y'all for this long because you can definitely tell that we are getting down to the nitty gritty. This is like episode 7, Tiny Bubbles but Big Troubles, which I don't really even know what the big troubles is. I honestly felt like that this was a really, like, you could tell that we were getting close to the end. So I'm not really sure on really what the troubles was. I didn't really see anybody having any troubles. Everybody is seeing everybody has really kind of like done the work that they, or started to do the work that they came, there to do, whether with the other moms within their relationships, or just in a co-parenting, stance type circumstance, which is like kind of funny because now that I'm thinking about it, Gary and Amber, did they have a session with Coach? And I mean, and maybe it might wasn't necessarily necessary because we've seen, Gary go to the therapy session with Amber, and just so that they've kind of already been working on, their relationship, and then as well so that they can, Amber can have that better relationship with Leah. So all right, so yeah, like let's go ahead, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this because this was like a pretty chill episode. But you know what? I know what the troubles is. So it's probably, if anything, the troubles that we're talking about here is Leah. Because remember, Leah has probably been the quietest out of all the moms on this family reunion, and this was the episode where she really came out and really, at least let us get a little bit deeper into what makes Leah Leah. Why is Leah so, why she's so guarded, why she's not so open and as trustful or whatever or whatnot. And baby, I said, baby, first off, Jalen, Leah, but boy is fine. Like when he even came through the glasses, like I didn't think that he was not like a good looking dude, but when baby showed up in that dang come interview, I was like, oh, Jalen, baby boy, like Leah. That was a good, like, he is cute, y'all. Like, Leah Boo has showed up and he fine. All over. This recap is done. Like, done deal. We done. Bye, y'all. That's the end of the episode. Not even the episode. That's the end of this recap. Okay. But nah. So if anything, all right, that might have been the troubles that they might have been as far as talking about, as far as like naming this episode. But getting in from the get go. So like you can just tell, like it's really just like getting to an end, but it wasn't gonna, stay on for so long. Clearly Leah, not even Leah, Teen Mom 2, they're showing the trailer for that. So that is what kind of lets you know when something is about to come to an end. When they start showing a trailer for another show, whether it's related or not, it usually just means, all right, the other one's going off, so we got to have another placeholder, right? So boom, basically, they've been doing some hella work, y'all. They've been doing some hella work. All their like activities have been all physical for the most part. And Ashley was just like, look, y'all, like we gonna have a moment. We ain't doing no more physical stuff. My body is tore up still from the previous little event that we did with the ropes on ropes, whatever that event was called. And so spa day. Perfect. These mamas need it. I'm all here for it. So while they're having their spa day, the guys are, of course, they gonna have their little thing going on. They going to play golf, and then as well, what kind of gave it an inkling that it was coming to an end because Corey and Devon are already going to be setting to leave. So I was like, dang, they're leaving early, but they're not technically leaving early, leaving a little bit earlier than the rest. But this season for the family reunion, Teen Mom is coming to an end. So, anywho, they're enjoying that. They're having a nice spa. The boys cutting up over here, golfing, which they don't know how to golf. I mean, I think that's really what makes golf fun is when you really don't know what you're doing. So it's literally like you just really out there making a fool of yourself. Why? This is why I don't normally wear my because I don't know, y'all probably can hear this microphone is like used like really good, but this is why I don't usually even wear my bracelets because they be doing a lot of clacking, too much noise, and I don't be wanting it to ruin the sound. So I clearly can't tell yet, but just to make sure, we're gonna take this thing off or whatever, whatnot. But so it's always fun doing golf when you really don't know what you're doing or whatever or whatnot. It's always a good time. So they cutting up, doing that. The girls are having a well needed, spa treatment, spa day. And let's even just get on down to the nitty gritty of what this part was about, because this is where, you know, kind of like this get like a little check in with all the girls are like together. They start to check in with each other. Okay, like how are y'all doing? How are things flowing with y'all? Or what do what are you missing? Or just like they really just start to check in with each other. And it started off with just Ashley talking about Bar, and how really like the only thing that's missing in their relationship is just that romance aspect. And I feel like I already knew it, just like seeing them on Young and Pregnant and seeing his mom, like that's not what Bar grew up around. But it's not to say that it's an excuse, because I myself found kind of like the same thing in the same situation. Like, how many times do I have to say, like, this is what I need, this is what I want? I get that that's not what you seen growing up. I get that you didn't learn that part, you didn't see that, so you know nothing about that. But at this point, we're grown. You see these whole grown men out here. You're basically getting little tidbits here and there. You see your people do it, your brothers, sip your if you have sisters, maybe their men are doing it to your sister. Like, you see it out here. And so it's kind of just like, yeah, that's foreign to you, that's new. So are you going to step out of that comfort zone and do that to make your significant other happy? Or are you just going to stay in your little box, and your significant other is still coming to you telling you what they need, and they're not getting it, and then they feel like, well, if I can't get this from this relationship, I don't know if we can move from here. So it's really low key. It's like it's a choice. It's a choice. Either he's going to step up and do it, or he's not. It's really a choice at this point. She says what she's saying, what she needs. So you gonna do it or not? All right. So that's boom. But we end up getting, Leah gets caught out or whatever or whatnot. Like, Leah, what's been going on with you? You've been so quiet. Like, check in, sis. Like, what's really going on? Like, and of course, we know in the very beginning that Leah said that her issue was trust or whatever or whatnot. And she was basically saying how she's very guarded, and not even just in the relationship with, uh, you know, with guys, just like in all of her, relationships in general. Like, she feels like anyone that kind of like comes into her life has an ulterior motive, and that is, I can only imagine like her, growing up, most likely her childhood has brought her to that conclusion, and then relationships has brought her to that conclusion, and then now you're in this world where everybody gets a say and opinion on your life, and drawing people, and then you draw, and I ain't gonna say you draw, but that type of life draws people that don't always necessarily have the best intentions or whatnot. So just a level of things have piled up to this point, to make her. But now she has Jalen. Jalen's in her life, and he's trying to make way, and y'all are trying to make way in this relationship. But it's only going to get but so far if even he's getting, the guarded Leah, which she admits that she's even, guarded with him or whatever or whatnot. But he's coming. He's supposed to be coming. So, they're challenging her as well to, like holding her accountable and challenging her to be more open and to give Jalen that chance to, really show up because he can't do it if you're basically not going to let him to a degree. So let's see what else is going on. So, but nonetheless, like that was really pretty much like their spa day. Everybody comes back. I definitely found it worth noting to speak up on because little tidbits or whatever whatnot. Like it ain't always necessary like to bring up to me or whatever what. I like to really kind of like hit on like main stuff that I feel like is that really what I just have an opinion. Well, I won't want to say an opinion, but basically what I have commentary on. Because for some reason I just like the word commentary, and I just like to think of myself as a TV commentator. So, and even though that probably word is not technically even what I'm doing, but it sounds good, and we're gonna roll with that. So, um, that's what I was saying. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So Sean is, gone. According, from the conversation, Sean is gone. Jade's baby father. Um, it sounds like he's back in rehab, which because I think it probably would have been nice to see Sean here, but Sean is definitely where he needs to be, getting the work done that he needs to get done. So I think Jade is I think she basically from what she was talking about it, like how she was just like, I didn't even blow up on him, from when he told me that he was using again, or when she basically, I think she had caught him using again or whatever. It was just like, all right, this is what it is, whatever. And he, from what it sounds like, he chose to go and take the initiative to put himself into therapy. So, kudos to Sean. It's hard. I don't know what that's like. I've never been through that, but I can only imagine like how hard that is and how really has to work through. So if not for definitely his self for starters, for his daughter, whether him and Jade, honestly, I just don't think they are a good match for each other. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be together. I'm just saying it's that trauma. I think he's just too much like her mom, and being with him, she's just trying to fix her mom. And but it's not to say that him going to rehab and somehow things can't get worked out and things can't go better. I don't know, but she focused on her, and she wants to let Sean focus on that. So let's let that be that then. Cool. Let's move on from that. After all that talk, the great news is Bar knew that he could step up as far as like in the whole romantic department and romanticizing Ashley. And he even kind of like says or whatever that they really all I got to do is just pick up on things. I just need to just pick up on things. That's all that it is. It's literally you pick up on things, literally watching somebody else do it. So literally just reiterating what I had already said. But he took initiative, and it wasn't nothing big. It was a good enough gesture for him, for somebody who doesn't normally do this. And that's just like a little first step as to putting it out there. Don't try to kill yourself going overboard or whatever. Just set something up real nice, unexpected, that I ain't talk about or whatever, and then boom. So he kind of like laid out some rose petals, around the jacuzzi, and they just had a nice intimate moment together. Like they did their work with the coach, and they've been doing their work. So the hard thing always is, even just coming off of things like this, is continuing to do that work, because it's so easy to fall back into the norm of how we usually move once we get home, and our friends aren't there to remind us, the coach is not there, nobody's there to remind us that, okay, you know this is what we're working to. This is how we should be working. This is how we should be handling, especially in their arguments. Especially because remember they had some real deep and really opened up some doors, you know, in their session. So it really is going to take active work, actively choosing to do things different every single day, moving forward. So I'm pushing for Bar and Ashley for that. Like they really feel like Ashley's not even like, like it's just like she don't want to be with him. She wants to be with him. They want to be together. And Bar, like he even when she was just talking about I guess like what I guess he thought was his view of or whatever, just checking in and asking, was she okay, or asking her about things or whatever. Like that's not, I appreciate that or whatever, but it's not romance. And look, sometimes little guidance goes, little guidance go a long way. And then as well, an open listener, someone who is listening to you and wants to make that change for for you, really, whatever. Because initially they're making it for you because they realize this is something that makes you happy and they want to make you happy. And so, speaking of the coach, it was only a matter of time. Thank you, Leah, because it seems like you was avoiding it. You was the only one. Like everybody pretty much had got out their issues, what they, whatever I guess they wanted to work on, whatnot. And so Leah finally, was like, I want to sit down with the, you know, so Leah actually wanted to sit down with, Coach B is like just in time, like come on sis, let's go ahead, and get this work. And I think um it was needed, it was necessary to help Leah figure out one, why, she's guarded, how she got here, and what ways to like move forward to help with that. And like she deflected, like she, when the coach was asking her like, what did she ask her? Basically she had asked a question, but Leah's response was in regards to, basically had nothing to do with the question. I think she was really getting her to check in with self. And she had basically asked her like a question of kind of like, when did you start to realize that you were blah 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 or da da da? And she kind of was like, yeah, but my relationship with my dad, we had a good relationship or something like that. And it was just like, boom, you see what you did here, you see what you did here. So um I tell you, going back and her realizing that a lot of, the issues, a lot of the stuff that happened while she, again, that childhood stuff, that stuff happened, as a childhood, and your dad, and, and her relationship with her dad. And like, even for a second, I actually thought that it was going to be hard. And clearly it was even a little bit hard for her to, um, open up and let those feelings come, because they were definitely there, and you could see how she was fighting to let it come up and to let herself feel it. She ultimately, it basically ultimately, she doesn't feel like she was enough. And literally from one interaction with a parent, or not, and really sometimes, a lot of times it is the parents, so we'll just focus on that one interaction that she had with her parent, who basically she's helping you to do these things so that you can come and see her, and then you still don't even come and see her. Like that's uh I'm hoping Leah can continue to push through. I like she's going to need to continue this form of like a form of therapy in order for this to be worked through, even to go away. Like even for all of them, if it's really necessary. This, and I know like Macy, I think Macy, she's a therapist. I know there's some of them that Amber actively does. I know there's some of them that actively are are seeing therapists or whatever or whatnot, and getting that help as far as and I didn't, and let me be clear, because when I say mental illness, I don't always necessarily mean that something is wrong. I just mean or has a mental capability or a mental disability. It just, when I say mental illness, I'm just talking about depression and anxiety and stuff like that. Everything that's kind of fallen all into that, that category. And them all just having this show and being on this show and having the platforms that they had, like if that alone don't feel like maybe like you need to be just having another outlet and somebody to talk to, like, cause whew, like I always wanted to be on TV. Like this is my TV, and sometimes I'd be like, "Dang, am I ready for this? Like, can I really take it?" Because when the haters start coming in and the people start saying like not nice things, how you gonna act, boo boo? You can't be trying to clap back at everybody because really, it's really not even worth it. So, speaking of, like everybody, like so like I said, it's all coming to an end because everybody's kind of like having those defining moments, together. Those like off moments where it's just like, all right, so like we gotta progress and we're gonna go from here, and just like the thank yous, like even Jade, having the moment with her friend Chow and her asking her to be her godmother. Like for some reason, I kind of just knew, but probably because I did it or whatever, set up a nice like little gift or whatever, asking someone to be a godparent to one up to my children. So just where it was going and her thanking her for being there for her, and she's like, "Oh, I got something for you," and then it's the way like Child's face got emotional and light up. I said she asked her to be the baby's godmother, and she did. And that was just sweet. So again, somebody else like as well, Brianna and Devon, like uh, they're FaceTiming Nova for together. Like I can only imagine like what that might have been like for Nova. Like so they are as well, them too, like they them continuing like I have very much hope for those though. Let me make that clear. I have very much hope though for them and how this can go. I think because they've it's just been its history like for so long, and for them to, I feel like I don't even want to say that about Leah and Barb, about Leah and Ashley, because I do feel like Leah and Ashley, I can get nobody about Barb and Ashley because like I don't know. I feel like they're gonna struggle. They might struggle with their stuff, but but now because Rihanna can be, I don't know, like, I don't know, I don't even know, y'all. Like we gonna see. I just really hope that everybody can just continue and to follow through with what they've learned and what they've taken away, from this family reunion. So the last day they decide to kind of like just have a good time, have a well, it's not the last day. Technically, it's just the last day for who is it for Devon and Corey. It's their last day, so they're just trying to have a good time. They're it's kind of like going to have like a little pool party or whatever, whatnot. And even at the pool party, Ashley and not Ashley, Brianna and Devon are having a conversation about you know striving and what they can expect, and it definitely sounds like everybody, of course, everybody just has the great intentions, everybody has the most greatest intentions, but y'all, I know me, and I'm just setting my mind up now to be like, Ashley, like this work is hard, like you get on yourself when you've been trying to work on something and you fall back into those old habits. So you really just have to be patient and give these people grace, because like I said, it's really actively making that choice to do things different and not to go, it's so easy, it's so easy. So I'm pushing for all of them, everyone, Corey, like in with and really they don't really even have a bad relationship, Corey and Cheyenne and Zach. Like if anything, just continuing that they continue to have that bond and that co-parenting relationship, that because Corey and Zach, they both feel like them having a relationship is important. So you know I'm all for it. I'm all for it, and I'm hoping everything goes good and worthwhile for everybody. So getting all through with that, when Leah Boo show up, y'all, he show up. He cute as ever. He's just as cute, but he young. You can tell he young. Baby boy definitely got this baby face. He live in Atlanta. Ashley's in West Virginia. The girls are doing what they supposed to do. The moms are on it, grilling him. He's taking it well. He's handling himself well. But their main challenges is them living far apart, and then as well working through Leah's guardedness. And because I kind of feel like he feels like, well, I'm trying, I'm showing you that I'm trying, I'm showing you that I'm trying, but how long can you expect me to hang around or just wait with just me waiting for you basically to bring that guard down? So everybody just really just got that work cut out for them, and I'm here for it. I'm really wishing the best for everybody. I really i really feel like this has really like helped me to even like see these moms in a different light, because I don't be meaning to, but I be judging. I'm be honest, I be judging. So with that, I this really helped to me to see them in another light. And yeah, so I can't wait till next week. Caitlin's gonna come, even though it's really like at the very end. Appreciate you showing up though, Caitlin. Appreciate you showing up. I think if anything, I'm just excited to see how they are able to move going forward, now since having this reunion. And then as well, I'm talking like it's the season finale, even though it ain't, but while it's on my mind, I heard that they had that it's a goal for them to do a season two family reunion. So we shall see. And with that being said, that means that, because who wasn't here? Mackenzie wasn't here. Caitlin was having a baby. She had just had the baby or whatnot or something, and that's why she wasn't there. Give chance for Farrah. Gives a chance for Farrah to show up, and let's try this again. Who else was missing? Kaylin. Maybe Kale will now want to, try to get in this or whatever or whatnot. So, um, I'm for it. I'll be here. Y'all want me to be here? Because I'll be here to talk y'all all about it with my good stuff. So, yeah, I'll be trying to. Mm, this video, this little part right here is 19 minutes already. So, yeah, ain't no telling y'all. So, it probably ended up being a long video anyway. But nonetheless, like I said before, show your girls some love. Hit that like if you enjoyed the video, and as well to let me know that you are enjoying this Teen Mom content and you want me to come back next season to do more of this Teen Mom content. And then as well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Bang the bell so you're going to be notified when whatever videos drop. These recaps, of course, they drop weekly, Monday nights, Tuesday nights right now. Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm probably going to squirt. Alright, y'all. All that stuff ain't important. I don't even think it even matters. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace. See y'all next time.